Aquarius, this is your April 2019 forecast. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, use the link below. And your whole year 2019 forecast for all 12 videos, $20 in total, use the link below. So this month there is going to be the focus on your third house all month, and this is your website, your promotion, your mental abilities, your creative self. This is also about your domestic duties, your neighbours, your in-laws, your closest people that are in your day-to-day that are part of your domestic life. It's also about your sales, marketing, media. It's about your travel and places that you want to travel. So also the creative ideas on how to get there, or even with your business, is there a creative block? Is there things, that you've been working on? Okay, so this is what I want to do in the future, to do with my creative ability, to do with my career, to do with my finance, to do with my education, or how I teach. And that's what I'm focused on all month. Also my voice, if I've got hearing issues, sight issues, speaking issues, anything that could interrupt that, any frequency that can interrupt that, migraine, seizures, those kinds of things. And lastly, our, extended family, so our cousins, our nieces, our nephews. It's our active search for knowledge. It's our mental ability, including telepathy, and that's what we're focused on all month. What is coming up as a conflict to that is our faith. It's our culture. It's foreign ideas, foreign cultures. It is travel, and it is teaching and learning, and that is putting a block. That is, so what we believe in, we've been shown something which is blocking that path, so now we have to reaffirm our faith. Maybe we are changing our faith, maybe we're looking at something else, or it's about travel. I am where I am in my domestic life, and something's come up where I had this solution, or I had this, what was settled in my plans and settled in my ideas of what I was going to do, with my family, my in-laws, my siblings, my domestic life, what I was going to do for a career and how I support myself in competition, all those kinds of things, my creativity. What was settled there was what my path was. And now there's an issue to do with expansion. There's an issue to do with my faith. There's something in the ninth house. So maybe I need to have online education. I need to update my education, my formal education, to be able to get past where I was, because what I had was settled, and now there's more information. There's been a development, and so what's blocking it is the ninth house and all the things that go with that. So maybe there is a policy that I need to that I wasn't aware of. So maybe it's something online, and I wasn't aware that if I want to go around the world, that there's certain policies and words that I can't use, and those rules I now have to look at, because I can't. Maybe it's a restricted view, YouTube's doing all this stuff right now and restricting voice, restricting information, and so there's policy changes and those kinds of things. How is this affecting you? Is it stopping your advancement? It sure is for me, and I'm an Aquarius. So it's a cull of those subscribers, which they say are bots, fake accounts, when really you've noticed this trend for a while, and you're like, okay, well, this is not what you said it is, and this is blocking my advancement. So you really need to, this is out of the blue, it's sudden, and it's annoying, and it's opposing my future self. So that idea for you, is it that you are trying to expand in your creativity, in your domestic life, wherever it is that you're trying to expand or trying to learn more, and there's something here that just keeps clashing with that development of learning or expansion, and this is really testing your faith now. You're like, okay, well, and also my communication, anything to do with my creativity and my communication, it's being blocked somehow. It's being restricted, and I don't know whether it's a faith thing, a culture thing. Maybe people think that my message, my ideas are foreign. Where is that blocking that? Now, also, you do have self-worth issues, so this will bring up the idea of what's valuable to me. So maybe whatever's come up that's blocking further on, you just think, oh, it's just not worth it. I'm not going to get upset. It's just not worth it. I'm just not going to look at the numbers. It's just not worth it. Or, for me to be able to advance, I'm going to have to pay $1,500 for this license. Have the numbers dropped? Is it worth $1,500? to pay that extra money for it to continue. I don't know what the value system is, that inequality. I don't know what that, if I pay this, it'll do that, or I need to put this in to be able to do that. Where is the value? Where is is it worth it or not? Where is this my belief system? If things are positive, it's making me feel confident, and I know that I'm confident, and I know I have to learn more, and I know I have to learn different techniques. That's the ninth house, to be able to expand, to be able to reach more people. But I'm frustrated that it's slowing down my creativity. I'm frustrated that it's slowing down or restricting my creative process, with your work, with your home life, with the people around you. Where this attitude is, it's restricting what you want to do, what you're thinking, what your plans are about this expanded future, and you're very frustrated with that. So you might have an idea at work and you want to go for it, but hang on a minute, we need this process to go through. You have to learn this, you have to learn the process, you have to apply for that, you have to do this, formality, whatever it is, and you're like, I just want to get to the meaty bit. You also have your public life role and your domestic role. They're at conflict. They're opposing each other this month. So what your duties are and what your public profile looks like. It's almost like, for some people, they'll be called out. So like, for example, a well-known star in the public eye, because Aquarius public eye, so a well-known star in the public eye, they always go on about, vegan this and vegan that, and harm to animals and harm to, and then a video comes out or a photo comes out and they're in real fur and they're eating a juicy steak, and, everyone's like, oh, that goes against the grain of everything that they've ever supported and said that they were going to do, and now we've got evidence that that's not to the dual. What's behind closed doors and what's in the public is very different from what we see, and there's something coming up this month that's going to do that. Also, the halt to my creative process, the halt to my website, my blog, my domestic duties, my sister-in-law, my nieces, my nephews, there's a halt there. And it's a learning process, it's a learning curve. Maybe something's been thrown into the mix and it's like, okay, well, I had a deadline, I had my plans in a row, but for me to be able to get this sorted before I move on to a new role, a new job, or move to a new house, or whatever it is that I want to do, before I do that, something else has been thrown into the mix, and oh my God, it's got my priority, it's got my full attention, I have to do that right now. So with your study, finance, and career, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, she is very comfortable with where she's sitting with her material worth, with her career, and how the foundations have been laid so far in her career. So she's feeling good right now. She's also feeling really relaxed in her home and her home situation and in her role and responsibilities, because she's sitting in this throne as a leader, and she's got this resting in her lap. She's not clinging to it. She's got the buds of inspiration, the buds of growth and harvest over her head, and there's plenty there. There's some that's harvest, there's some that's blooming, and there's some buds. And then down here, she's got her feet firmly on the ground. Now, this is material worth, this is physical worth, this is practical, tangible help in that area of career, finance, and study. And so she's very, very happy with the process and how things are going. There may be some money for her that she has to put in for her to be able to express herself and expand further in her study or her finances. Maybe that's what the dilemma was. Maybe she wasn't aware of the costs involved in that. So this is frustrating her because this information's come up and it's at odds at what she wants to do. Maybe for some of you, what you've always done in your career and your finances, something's occurred in this male, feminine dominated area, or even charity. Something's happened that's got your goat up, that's got you empowered, that's got you angry, where you want to stand up for the vulnerable and stand up for the injustice and stand up and become really powerful because you've seen something and you don't like it. The two cards you got from Gods and Titans is Dionysus, which is ecstasy, pleasures, addictions. It's all about Venus, really. It's all about indulging in food, wine, sex, spending, creating that ecstasy environment. And Mithras is about sacrifice. So this is sacrificing for the better good. Same with all the other areas that I said before. Maybe you have to sacrifice your role or your plans of working full-time or getting more education, or maybe you have to put things on hold because you're now responsible for a niece, a nephew, a domestic issue, or even your home. Something's come up and you're restricted. and that's frustrating. Ecstasy is also saying some of us have been living in this world where we've just been drifting and, I can't see it, so it's not happening, and living in this illusion. And it's been a really comfortable place to be. Yes, it's unknown and there's fear there and there's paralyzed by fear, but you have to take that leap of faith. You have to take that step forward and come out of this bubble. For some of you, you have earned quite the reputation where you're going to be able to be given this abundance. Layla says you need to come back to you. You've got to come back to you where this decision's been made. And whatever this changes, it has affected your perspective on how you promote yourself, how you're seen in the domestic world. Remember, your public life and your domestic life and how you follow each, they are at odds. There is a discretion there that's been shown. There is a discrepancy there that's been shown and you're aware of now. So with your home, you do have the Page of Wands. And this is, I want this creative endeavor to reach a wider audience. And this is foreign. This is stuff that I'm learning. This is also about my faith. Some of you are relocating. Others are having someone from out of town come and pop in or come and visit, unexpected or not unexpected. But these people, what they bring is going to be something that's going to have your ears ringing, because it's something that you can incorporate to help you. With your health, we do have the Strength card. Now, the Strength card is a major development to do with your health so that you are no longer dependent on others. The Strength card says that there may be something that's come from the role of your responsibility of everyone that's developed into a symptom or a health issue that's been going for a while, perhaps since 2016, August of. And there's a development in April where you are finish that cycle. This is also about something inherited, but this is a major development. So this is new, fresh roads ahead, but there is something that you have to cull. This is like the two lines with there's the one with courage and the one with fear, and which one are we going to feed more of? Now, what this restriction, what this public life and private life, negotiation and discrepancy that's happening, how does that feed your inner line? But there is going to be change. The dependency on others is going to disappear. Now, with your love, you do have another travel card. Someone is relocating abroad, or they're coming here, and they're both pages. This is innocent, childlike, lots of fun. It's lucky, and even on your travels, if you're on a cruise, or you're going to a cultural event or a faith event, even a church event or something, meet someone very, very important, and you're going to learn from their culture, and you're going to teach them as well. But this has definitely got travel involved in it as well. Vanessa said you do have to make a decision. This decision is hard for you because it's something that you don't normally do, and that is you always sacrifice for others, and you want that ecstasy, you do want your dreams to come true and all of those things, but there does have to be a sacrifice. And again, if you're doing this for the poor people, the vulnerable people, the people on the ground, and you've suddenly got this rage inside of you and this charitable voice, I'm speaking up and I'm going to spread the word, I'm going to bring attention and awareness to this charity or this issue, it's going to take some sacrifice, because sometimes you might have a bit of backlash from the people, the community, the government, the audience, and maybe that will bring your self-awareness down, or maybe it will make you feel like you are on top of the world and this is who you're meant to be, this is your purpose, and I'm feeling stronger. I'm not listening to the critiques at all. And this one here is saying I'm moving towards my greatest hopes and dreams, but I do have to remember I need to be most important. I need to be the priority. So be kind to you and those you love, and I shall see you next month.